Yes, sir. What's up, y'all? Back with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about what you can expect from the Miami Heat in 2021 in terms of off-season contracts, free agency, draft strategy, and my expectations. So by the end of this video, you will know who the Miami Heat are targeting in the draft, who they're targeting in free agency, what they're going to do in terms of off-season contract signings and shit like that, team options, player options, as well as their plan for Bam Adebayo and how far I expect them to go in the playoffs next year. Before I get into it, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow this channel. Each like and each subscriber helps. I've been getting a lot of good feedback on these NBA videos lately. So as long as you guys keep supporting, I'll keep cranking these videos out for you. Without any further ado, I've been following the NBA for 2 decades now, so let's get straight into it. We're going to start off talking about their off-season contracts and the players already on the roster. So in terms of the core, most of the core is already under contract, like Butler's under contract. Duncan and Kendrick Nunn both have team options that the Miami Heat will obviously pick up, $1.7 million each. Tyler Hero's under contract. Bam is under contract for next year. So most of the core is under contract. In terms of unrestricted free agents, you guys have Solomon Hill, Myers Leonard, Goran Dragic, Jay Crowder, Derrick Jones Jr., and Udonis Haslem. Out of all those guys, the ones that the Heat are most likely to try and retain are Derrick Jones Jr., Jay Crowder, and Goran Dragic. Udonis Haslem has been with the team for a long time, but I could see him transitioning into more of a front office role, or maybe working with the team on the bench in more of like a coaching role or player assistant role, less so being on the actual salary. But we'll see. Maybe they'll keep him on a veteran minimum. We don't know. So in terms of Derrick Jones Jr., news has came out this week that several teams are interested in him, including in Charlotte, Atlanta, and Cleveland. So he's looking for security and he's looking for a multi-year deal. The Heat, because of 2021, they want to remain flexible, are likely to only offer him a 1-year deal. So Derrick Jones Jr. may not be staying with the Heat. And the same issue is with Jay Crowder and Goran Dragic. The Heat want to keep Jay. The Heat want to keep Goran. Both players have said they want to stay with the Heat. They like it here. They're comfortable. But both players, this is probably their last good contract that they're going to get because they're both upwards in age. I think they're both over 30. I know Goran's 34. I'm not sure how old Jay is. But Jay Crowder is going to get a lot of offers, multi-year deals from teams that are trying to compete next year. He's a great player. We see that he helps out in every team he goes to. He did a lot of great work in Memphis, did a lot of great work in Miami this year. So will they be able to keep Jay? I don't know. They would like to. They're going to offer him as much money as they can, but we don't know. We'll see. It depends on what other teams can offer him. They're going to offer him a sizable 1-year deal, and they're going to offer Dragic a sizable 1-year deal. Because Dragic is coming off the plantar fasciitis that he had in the finals, it's likely that teams will be kind of skeptical to offer him a multi-year deal. So maybe it's more likely that they'll be able to keep Dragic than Crowder. I would say that the word on the street is about there's a 50% chance that the Heat will be able to keep Crowder. There's a higher chance they'll be able to keep Dragic. If you guys hear any honking in the background or anything like that, the Armenian people in where I live are having like some type of protest. I'm not sure what they're protesting, but they're just honking their horns and driving down the street. So my bad for that, guys. You still got to record, I don't make the rules. So that's in terms of offseason. I think I covered everything. In terms of restricted free agency, restricted free agents, the Heat only have like G League players and shit to worry about. So they might let all those guys walk. I don't think they're too worried about them. What else? Did I need to cover anything else? Oh yeah, player options. So Kelly Olynyk has a $12 million player option, and the word on the street is he's going to pick that up. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pick it up because due to the pandemic and shit, you're seeing a lot of players pick up their player option because the salary cap is kind of fucked. I made a video on why the salary cap is going to be fucked this season. If you guys want to check it out, just go on my page. Yeah. So Kelly Olynyk's likely to pick up that $12 million player option. If he doesn't, that's going to give the Heat way more flexibility to make a lot more moves in free agency. But the word on the street is he's going to pick it up, so we're not going to worry about if he doesn't. Let's get straight into... Oh yeah, let's talk about Bam quickly. So Bam, he's due for a contract extension, likely looking for somewhere anywhere between the max and a little bit less than the max. Maybe like a Drew Holiday contract where he makes $25 million a year and it goes up 5% per year. I don't see him getting a full max, like a $30 million max. He could, but I don't know if he will. So yeah, the Heat could offer him that this summer, but because they're trying to remain flexible for 2021, they're going to put that off till next summer. Hopefully Bam is okay with that, but we'll see how it goes. Now we're going to get into free agency and who the Heat are targeting in free agency. So Heat are going to be $50 million under the luxury tax, so they have a lot of flexibility. They're going to be $26 million under the salary cap. Like I said, they have a lot of flexibility. If Kelly Olynyk doesn't sign, that's an additional $12 million that they'll have in salary cap room. So they also have the $9.7 million non-taxpayer mid-level that they can work with. So in terms of people they're going to target, if they can't get Crowder and they can't get Dragic, word on the street is they're going to target Paul Millsap from the Denver Nuggets to replace Crowder's minutes, and Aaron Baines from the Phoenix Suns. That's another name that we're hearing tossed around. Also, if Kelly Olynyk doesn't pick up his player option, the Heat are rumored to try and make a move on Serge Ibaka. He would be a great addition to the Heat. I could see him playing some great minutes, and especially if the Heat got into a finals matchup with like the Lakers, as they did this year, Serge Ibaka would have been able to play some great minutes on Anthony Davis and just help out there instead of having to put Myers Leonard and Kelly Olynyk on him. So yeah, that's who they're targeting in terms of free agency. Those are some names getting tossed around. Let me know in the comments if you guys have heard any other names that they're targeting. Yeah, now we're going to move on to their draft strategy. So in terms of the draft, the Miami Heat have the number 20 pick, and they're rumored to be looking at point guards. So the point guards that they're looking at are Kira Lewis from Alabama, Theo Maledon, a French professional basketball player, and Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey is a Kentucky player, and as you guys know, Miami Heat love Kentucky players. They drafted Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, both Kentucky players, because Heat culture and Kentucky culture is very similar, very like military, very professional. So Heat like to draft Kentucky players, so look for the Heat to be targeting a point guard in the first round. Their second round pick, they traded it away, so they don't have anyone in the second round to pick. So yeah, that's their draft strategy. So that's pretty much everything in terms of offseason, free agency, who they're targeting, and their draft strategy. And personally, I expect the Heat to go as far as maybe top 4 in the East, and then semifinals or conference finals. It just depends on who they get matched up with. I don't know if they can make it back to the finals this year with Brooklyn Nets coming out. Milwaukee going to be back at it, having another year under their belt. So we're going to see. It's a lot of competition. They have the Celtics to worry about, Raptors to worry about. So it'll be interesting. Anything could happen. I wouldn't be too surprised if the Heat made it to the finals. So we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments how far you guys think they're going to go. So anymore, I'm not going to go into the video anymore. That's about it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. As I told you, I'm trying to grow this channel. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Peace.